There you go.
Hey, good afternoon, folks. This is Chili with Chili's Cruises over here in Forest, Virginia on the Three Amigos Cruises for Solo show. And to introduce everybody, down below me is Crazy John up there in Minnesota. He's our resident pot farmer. And then we've got Pete over there in London. He's in charge of this, and he's that's not a glass of sherry, is it?
Yep.
It looks dark for sherry. But anyway, and then our guest today, I'm tickled to introduce you guys to Gavin Phillips and Luke Kenneford of Holidays at Sea, and they're over there in London, or they're in Great Britain someplace. I don't know, not in London, but they're over there. They all talk funny compared to me and John. Gavin and Luke, welcome aboard. Can you guys hear me?
Can you hear us, guys?
I can hear you, yeah. Only
Oh, okay. Question for you. You guys are bloggers. How did you get started with blogging and cruising and the whole general area?
Right, Gavin, Luke, quick question, yeah? Can you hear Chili?
No, we can only hear you. Only you.
Okay, John?
I hear everybody. Can you guys hear me?
I can't hear him either.
You can't hear John either?
No, just yourself. Just you.
That's strange.
Okay, the best thing to do, Gavin, Luke, is to leave the broadcast and come back in again, I would say.
Okay. Ginger, okay. 2 seconds.
Hopefully. In the meantime, we have...
And now we can talk about them.
We'll try to do that over.
Southwestern Wales.
A little technical issue there. If you're watching this live, folks, this happens every now and again when you have a technical issue. Innocents Abroad, welcome aboard from Southwestern Wales.
The strange thing about that, guys, was that we were talking beforehand and Gavin and Luke could hear us perfectly well.
Huh.
It's only when I clicked go live did they suddenly not hear us. So hopefully when they come back in again, they're going to be able to hear. Otherwise, I'm going to be talking to Gavin and Luke.
And Andrew, you're exactly right. The old switch it off and back on again.
Yeah.
Andrew, don't tell the world that. How do you think I make my living as an IT guy?
Yeah, what you normally do is kick it. Yeah, that's what we do. If things don't work properly, you kick it. Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Andrew. The old switch it off and back on again. So we've got to hope it works. Otherwise, it's going to be fun.
Secret. Maybe they know sign language, and I can interpret for them.
Absolutely. I'm in
How
San Diego.
have you two been? Do you eat a lot of bread? We could do that.
All right. So Innocents Abroad is in San Diego. I see. Gavin Luke are in Southwestern Wales. I'm with it.
So I have a question for Innocents Abroad. Innocents Abroad, were you living there in the 80s? Oh, they're coming back. Were you living there in the 80s? All right, guys. Can you hear me?
Okay, you can hear everybody now.
Yeah, that's better.
Sweet. All right. The question I asked was how you guys got started with cruising and blogging and got your Holidays at Sea blog up and so forth. Just give us a little background.
It all started off, my nan wanted to go on a cruise, and we were going to go with her. So originally we booked all share a cabin, we had like a mini suite booked, and that was on Aurora in 2014. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it because of ill health. So we were really quite apprehensive about it, but we went ahead. We had a massive cabin. It was great. We had a bath and everything. We don't normally get that. And we just fell in love with cruising from there. We were quite lucky because one of the friends I had in school, she was working on the ship as well. So she was giving us all the intel, what to wear, that sort of thing. She really made us feel at ease. And ever since that, we absolutely loved it. We just fell in love with cruising. That's where we started. And then about 2 or 3 months later, we decided to go on Queen Mary 2 because I've always wanted to go on it. And we took along one of our other friends. Yep. and I just decided to start making a video, and I put it on YouTube. It's one of our oldest videos. It's all over the place. It's a mess, but yeah, we just popped that up on YouTube, and then I just carried on doing it. And then as time's gone on, we've just sort of progressed with it.
That was the Arcadia one. The Arcadia one was our
engagement
party cruise.
Yeah,
there's about 10 of us in that one.
Yeah.
So we kind of got the bug, didn't we? And we just kind of dragged our friends along with it.
Nice.
You started the website.
Yeah. There's no video of our first cruise because at that point we were just kind of a bit overwhelmed with everything. From there, you started making the videos because I haven't got patience for videos at all. It's all him. And yeah, it's just kind of gone from there. The holidays at sea thing was because it's our holidays at sea. We didn't really think about it much.
He just made it all up.
Because if you've seen the vlogs, they're just us.
Yeah,
enjoying ourselves. They are just our holidays, essentially.
Yeah, they're like our holiday videos that we share with other people, but we throw in bits and pieces like to help people along, give them more information. That's how we sort of go. That's our approach.
So the ship tours aren't very fun for us, but the vlogs are.
Well, since I have noticed on your videos that you might occasionally indulge in an adult beverage.
Sometimes.
Do you guys believe? Do you guys do drink packages, or do you just pay as you pay for the drinks singly?
We paid as you go, so to speak, for a very long time. The first cruise we had a package with was MSC. We went on Preziosa. That's the first time we experienced a drinks package.
Essentially, the cruise lines we were going on didn't have drinks packages. You could only pay as you go.
But ever since P&O have started selling a drinks package, we've took it up. Yeah.
I think our bar bill is probably about the same price as a cruise.
Yeah.
That's why we go for the insides, because then by the time we have a drink, it's basically the same as a balcony.
Got a few questions. Got a few. Innocence Abroad has said brilliant content, holidays at sea. Absolutely brilliant content. And Andrew has said, Gavin and Luke, your videos are amazing. Thanks for making us laugh.
Yes.
That's good. That's what we aim to do, make people laugh and smile.
And Linda, hi everyone, Gavin and Luke. It was like watching your first video on the Queen Mary 2 that I chose my very first cruise.
Oh,
wow. Drinks are always available. Because I was showing these pictures earlier. We've noticed in these pictures, you seem to always have a drink in hand.
A drink.
You
say that right in.
I mean, Gavin, Luke, you say that you actually, you pay for your drink as normal, which is kind of the traditional way of cruising. Yeah. I mean, I'm a Norwegian cruiser now. I originally cruised a Princess, but I've always had the drinks package. Right. And so from my point of view, I mean, having a drinks package saves me an absolute fortune. Yeah. Have you ever considered actually cruising with something like Norwegian Cruise Line that does have a drink package?
We would like to try them. Yeah. I think we were very sort of, it's not loyal. We enjoy P&O. They're our go-to brand, and we've been cruising with them a lot, as you've seen. We've recently started with MSC and obviously Cunard as well. We enjoy them. But now we're sort of making a point. We're going to try all brands. We're going to try and open it up a bit.
Yeah, we had planned a Royal Caribbean cruise and a Princess cruise this year. But, yeah, they didn't happen.
Yeah. Because we very often get asked how the certain cruise lines compare to P&O or Cunard or MSC. And we can't compare them because we haven't been on them. So we're trying to now experience all of them. Just to try and get them under our belt.
I'm trying to experience all of them too. If they quit getting canceled on me, how many have you had canceled?
Two.
Yeah.
So we had
Anthem of the Seas for our wedding anniversary, which was back in May, and then we had Crown Princess going around the Baltic in September. But they've cancelled the whole season, haven't they?
Yeah.
So, that's two we've had cancelled this year.
Well, by the way, I disagree with Pete. I never do a drinks package. I did it one time, and by the time you add the tax and the tips and everything, it ends up costing me more money.
Chili, you were telling me before in a chat we had the other day about what your bar bill what used to be when you were cruising with Carnival.
Oh no, I've had $1,000 bar bill before for a week.
And that's just Chili.
I had a group, and I'm a good captain. I buy drinks for everybody. You know what the hell? Want a drink? Come on.
Bob was going to go with this one.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem anymore because quite by accident I gave up drinking now 2.5 years ago, and so I got all this money for cruising now, and I can't go cruising. I think I'm going to go back to drinking. I think that's going to solve my. I think that'll solve my problem. Because watch, I'll start drinking again, and then the ships will start running. Those buggers.
Start drinking again, please.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, send me. That's box 6, Fisher, Minnesota. Just send her over, and
You haven't got your bourbon with you then, John?
I do not. I'm in Studio A today. I'm in a completely. I'm completely. I'm in. This is the big studio here now. I don't know how much of it you can see, but
Okay.
no more over in Studio B for me. I'm here in the big house now. So, now I got to get the background right, or people will think it's not real.
Absolutely. So, Gavin Luke, I mean, your videos. I went back. That was the first video that's the first one on YouTube. The Christmas cruise on the Cunard Queen Mary.
Yeah.
8,200 views. Yeah. And you look there, 87,000 views on P&O. 87,000. Yeah. Now, the most I've ever had is 6.
Now he doesn't mean 6,000; he means 6.
6. No, I do mean 6,000. But what the question I've got to ask is that obviously, you've evolved, haven't you? You've evolved into the blogging from there, because the first video you're obviously showing the ship and showing everything about it. But your most recent videos, it's been about you guys enjoying yourself, and we've watched you staggering back to your cabins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And do you know what? I think that's more real. So how did it evolve?
It just, if you look back to, I think it was the Oceania cruise I put on YouTube when we went to Croatia and Venice and all that lot. The videos were getting, I was putting more and more into the videos, and they were getting longer and longer and longer. And I think it got to a point where I think that video is nearly about an hour long. And I thought, okay, this is getting too much. And we started asking people for feedback, saying, would you prefer it to be broken up? Is it? And we did put that video up as an hour long in the end. But what I found is I made a couple of little videos, just like little highlight videos of Venice and the cable car in Dubrovnik and things like that. And I found that I was going back myself and just looking at those videos because it was very easy to reference. If I was talking to somebody who came over about, say, Dubrovnik, I could just quickly jump to that part. But when it's a big hour video, you've got to sift through it all. So I just found that by breaking it up, it made it easier. And especially like the ship tours and the cabin tours, it's a lot easier to reference, especially on like Facebook and things. If people ask you, you can say, oh, this was our cabin, and just send them the cabin video, which was a lot easier. So I think that's where that's come from. And now the whole vlogging thing, that started in
that was
Queen Mary.
the Queen Mary.
The second Queen Mary cruise we done. We basically done full circle and started again with that.
Yeah.
And that one was a bit funny because we didn't quite get things right with the mic.
Like us.
Thing. But yeah, it's all trial and error. You just sort of evolve as you go along and find what works for you, I think, is the best part. And I think it's being true to yourself, doing it how you want to do it, not following the crowd, and not being afraid to try new things, I think, is a big thing. But that's how
I always have to say the point. The videos are filmed and edited on an iPhone.
Yeah.
It's all done on an iPhone.
The one we're talking to you now, basically.
Yeah.
I like the flexibility. All of it is done on the phone. I even make it on the phone because I like to just pick it up. I can edit a bit, say on my lunch break and work. I can put it down. I can sit in the garden. I can do a bit more. If I get fed up, I just put it back in my pocket. You know, if you can pick it up and choose wherever you will.
That's really interesting to hear you say that, because you're talking about doing it all on the iPhone. Because when I actually got invited for the first time on a cruise ship on the Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. I bought that a load of luck, didn't I? Yeah. But I turned up on the ship. Yeah. I had my big tripod with me. I had my really professional looking camera because I do weddings as well. So I had that with me. That's how I earn my money. Well, I used to anyway, not anymore. You know, I had it all with me to go around and make sure I got some really good professional footage. Yeah. I did everything on my iPhone.
Yeah. Can't fault them.
No, just so convenient.
Yeah.
I haven't used a camera per se for, probably 7-8 years since I even had my camera out of my desk.
We've got a question here for the guys. Question for Gavin and Luke. And please ask a question if you have it, please, everyone. What things attract you to P&O other than not having to fly?
7-8 years.
It's the home from home kind of feeling. It's the whole. It's. I mean, I like to go on holiday and experience a different culture, but there's a comfort in everything being quite British, everything in pounds, everything.
Emma.
Yeah.
Hello, Emma.
It's just like home from home, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
It's and I think because we never cruised, it was nice. It was like a really comfortable cruise to go on as you first go on.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just got hooked on them. We still love Pinot, but we want to experience other cruise lines because it's nice to get out of your comfort zone, and it's nice with MSC because there's so many nationalities on it. You really feel like you're on a proper holiday.
And you get to learn jokes. You get to learn the punchline for jokes in 5 languages.
Yeah.
So that's
A quick. Sorry, Chid. This is for you and John, by the way, and the guys. Emma from Cruises isn't just for old people. Emma Cruises says your edits are amazing. I'd watch you do almost anything. Okay. But did you notice?
Emma, now that could get kinky.
Did you notice, Emma? She says, Emma. She says, Gavin and Luke, I love you. No mention of Pete. No mention of John. No mention of Chili. Gavin and Luke, I love you.
It's Father's Day in America, and she kind of thinks of us as a different category, I think.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Carry on. I interrupted you. Carry on.
You said something now that's got my brain working, which is unusual for me.
Yeah.
You use your phone to edit your videos also?
Yeah.
Awesome. And use an iPhone as opposed to what's the other kind? Mine's not an iPhone because I'm too stupid for iPhones.
You have an Android phone.
I have an Android, yeah.
But the reason that is, Chili, there's a reason for that. Once you buy an Apple phone, you can't afford any other stuff to do your editing. That's what it is.
We forgive you, honestly.
Emma loves you all.
Yeah.
Of course, absolutely.
To be honest, Emma's been. We've never met Emma. Actually, no. We walked past her on one of the cruises. She was doing like a press. Yeah, Preziosa. She was doing a press visit, and she walked. I think she's been ushered off with all the other bloggers as we were staying on it because we were on the cruise. And we were kind of waving, and she never kind of saw us.
We were hoping to see her at the Clear conference, but that got cancelled.
But she's been a big support to us.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I haven't got the photograph with me because there's a great photograph. I met Emma on the Scarlet Lady. Of course, Emma, we all know about Emma's lovely video about that, but I was fortunate enough to meet Emma because Emma's fantastic. She's been great, and I met her and I got a fantastic photograph of Emma and me. Sadly, guys, I don't have it with me. Gutted.
We love Emma to death. Yes, we do. John's thinking the same thing I am.
Andrew says, we love MSC trying to get on P&O, but had 3 cancelled, hopefully next year.
Yeah.
It's extremely amazing work. Did you edit on, you say you edit on the iPhone. Are you using iMovie?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I use, guys. It's so good, and then you stick it straight to YouTube.
I do have to edit it about 3 times, I think, to get it where I want it, especially with the volumes of like sound and things. But
yeah, you do a few exports.
I do a few exports and bring them back, but that's how I do it. Yeah.
I guess I'm old fashioned. I take the stuff on my phone and then I download it to my computer and then mess with it with my computer and upload it to YouTube or Facebook or wherever it's going. I never tried editing on the phone. I don't even know if an Android will do that. I'll have to find out.
It's because your fingers are too fat.
Well, everything about me's too fat.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying that you got to get a when they make cell phones that are about 2 feet by 3 feet, then it'll work for you, Chili. It'll be okay.
Okay, go back to growing your pot.
Do you want to explain that to Chili for people who don't know what you're talking about?
Oh yeah, John's a pot farmer, and up in Minnesota, he goes out and sprinkles his yard with pot seeds, and the crap grows, and he smokes it all the time or something. I don't know what he does with it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, guys, when you want
cannabis.
I mean, when you're on the cruise, I've looked. I mean, some of your videos, 50 odd minutes long. So much work that you put into everything, and I know what it's like when you want to capture everything. How do you balance enjoying the cruise and having a really great time with getting all the footage of everything on the ship and showing yourselves having a great time? How do you do that?
It's really difficult. I used to just film everything constantly on my phone, constantly videoing the lot. And I didn't realize until I went on a cruise with Scott and Alan Bailey. And we went on a cruise then with Queen Elizabeth this year. And it was only through seeing their video of me videoing everything, I realized how much I was videoing all the time. And at the time, I remember coming home while I was editing that, thinking, I'm constantly on my phone. I perhaps I need to do less. But then once I put the video together, I realized how much I got from it, and that I needed to film as much as I do to get it back, if that makes sense.
Because I don't film much, but
no.
So when he shows me, I don't see any of the videos until they're ready to go, essentially.
Yeah.
So when I see the video, everything I'll have forgotten about the cruise by then. But when I see the video, it just all floods back. So a lot of people say, don't look through your camera, just look and enjoy it. But there is a bit of us that we have to do it through the camera because that's how we look back and enjoy it.
And I think, again, saying about it being on your phone, you've got the convenience of as soon as you see, say, a band comes on or they march through the Queen's room with afternoon tea, all the white glove waiters and all, you can just pull your phone out of your pocket and video it, put it back in your pocket and carry on drinking tea. So you can just pick up when you want, basically. It's really convenient for that. That's probably one of the reasons that's my go-to is the phone. But,
thanks, guys. That's really interesting because I found the same thing. When I had my cameras, even my little baby cameras, I call them, my baby cameras, when you get your baby cameras out, people notice that you're filming. Yeah. And but when you get your phone out, you're just part of the crowd filming.
Yeah.
No one texting you,
just putting up photos for Facebook or you're taking a selfie, they don't care. So yeah.
But the one thing we did actually work out for the last seaside vlogs and the one before that as well, the Arcadia ones. I think the ship tour takes you around 80 odd hours, I think we said.
The ship tour is the hardest way.
Yeah. And each vlog is about 15 to 20 hours as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you get to enjoy the cruise?
That's all after the cruise, all that.
Yeah, I don't do that on the cruise. On the cruise, it's strictly just film it. Yeah, I think I did. Once I did sit down and start to edit a video, and I thought, what am I doing? I'm sitting here looking at my phone when there's all this going on around me. I'm not going to enjoy it. I can do this at home when it's raining, it's miserable. So I just said there and then, no, I'm just going to film everything now, and I'll worry about how I deal with it when I get back. And that's how I do it now. And I've even gone now, I think the last two cruises, the Arcadia one and the Caribbean on MSC, I came home and I started throwing together these little highlight videos just to show our family, because it takes me so long to put the video together. When you get home, you just want to say, oh, look, this is where we went, this is our ports. So I make these little highlight videos now just to show it a holiday off, and then I sit down properly and go into it and make the proper videos now.
So which one of you is the critical guy? Which one of you is you're watching it back? And usually if there's two guys, there's always one that's going, nope, that's got to get tightened up. That can't be on. Who's the critical one?
It's me.
Okay.
Emma's asked, did you get your money back?
That's for the Royal Caribbean one, is it?
Yeah.
We were going to take it as future cruise credit, and we did take it as future cruise credit until our Princess one got cancelled.
Yeah.
And at that point, we rang the travel agent and said, right, we want it back. So we're still waiting. I think it'll be 60 days.
I think
middle of July. Yeah. So about mid-July, it'll have been 60 days. So yeah, we're not there yet.
Innocence Abroad says it's great because you get to relive your vacations when you're doing the editing. So
Definitely,
true.
yeah.
Andrew
Yes,
says that you do have a break because you always go for a swim. Call out, guys. Yeah.
Get them
It's
to
all
film
work
it then.
post-production labor of love. Yes. And Emma, how is Honey? Can you explain that one?
She's caged at the moment.
She's caged.
Honey's the dog.
Wait there, you'll see now.
There we go.
That's why
Okay.
she's quiet. Right. Oh, you get yourself off.
Sorry, John. Sorry, Chili. I'll be quiet for a bit.
No, that's fine, Pete.
There you go.
Do you guys prefer doing ship videos or port of call videos?
Did you say ship or
With a P, Pete. Ship.
I don't know. I kind of like both. It's half and half. I like being on the ship, but I do like port days as well. I do like seeing different things. Again, it's down to holiday memories. It's a bit selfish, but I like.
And the videos are more fun when you do the port ones, because you do hate putting the ship tours together.
Yeah.
Some of the most fun I've had I've been cruising since way before you guys were born. I've been cruising since the 80s. Matter of fact, the late 70s I started. Some of the most fun I've ever had is going to port and just going to a local bar and hang out for the day.
Yeah.
And end up having more fun than I'd ever do on an excursion.
Talking to people, it's a neat thing. It's a neat thing to really, not 5 minutes, but to really sit. I'm joking about the drinking because it's really neat to sit down and talk to somebody and really get into their psyche and find out who they are and what's it like to live on this island or this other country. No, I'm totally with you, Chili. Yeah. That's why I'm out there. I've had the most awesome times going way late into the evening, just finding out about how other people live and what's important to them and why they do what they do and how they came to be where they are in their life, which is quite different from my journey that I'm on.
Yeah.
No, it's exactly what it's about. And I think we should make it a law that before you can be the president or whatever you guys have in your different places. Well, I guess your queen did cruise quite a bit, didn't she? I mean, she had her own boat, for God's sakes.
Yeah, she had the original Britannia.
but certainly here, I mean, seriously, and this is not a joke. It might sound joking, but I believe, for instance, that every young person should spend a year in service to their country, if not as a soldier, as a tree planter, or traveling or doing something where you're not entitled in mommy and daddy's condo or house, but you're out interacting with people and no different. Before you're a senator or a congressman, you should spend a year going all around the world and sitting down and just talking to people and listening to people and knowing. And that's something that we get on cruises. And from my point of view, when the cruise is $600 for a few days or 1,500 pounds for a longer cruise, they're almost paying you to go on that cruise. I mean, that's for the price of admission, you're getting a whole lot back. And to me, it's not the entertainment. It's not the food. It's not the booze. It's the interaction that I have with people. And that's what makes it all worthwhile, just like today.
Emma's asked about the Britannia. Is it better or worse after her refit?
Better.
It's definitely better.
Definitely better. Yeah, definitely.
John for president.
No. If you guys knew 1/10 of the skeletons that were in my closet, you would know that there is no way that I'm going to run for county dog catcher. I mean, I'm just happy to say the things that I want to say and encourage people that I know to be fine, upstanding young men and women to get out there and change the world because it needs changing. And
I looked at some of the photographs of your. I noticed a few things, guys. You like to dress up. I mean, look, you really go for it, don't you, guys? Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I love it.
It's all part of it. Yeah.
And like our day job, we don't have to dress up. So going on a cruise, why not? A lot of our photos from P&O and Cunard, they're quite dressy.
Yeah.
But we are starting to kind of mellow out a little bit, and yeah, sometimes it's nicer not to have to dress up.
Sometimes it's too hot to wear a suit, so we're in just a nice short sleeve shirt. It goes a long way.
I wore a suit once. It's a long time ago.
And Pete, you will wear it one more time. There will be one more time that you will wear a suit.
Yes.
I have to admit, I do enjoy dressing up sometimes. I always have my jackets with me, so I enjoy occasionally going out there and dressing to kill, and then chilling out. I mean, as far as eating's concerned, got to put that. Love the pink jacket.
The pink jacket.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm sorry. That is just so cool, isn't it?
You really wear that. You really wear that well, man. That suits you fine. Me in a pink jacket looks like Dumbo just flew back in from Walt Disney World, man. I cannot do it, but you really pull that off well. That looks nice.
There's actually trousers with pink trousers as well to go with it.
Where are they?
That might be. Just the jacket sets it off well. I
like
know.
the jacket. I'm not sure I'd go with the pants.
Socks, maybe pink socks under the black.
Yeah.
When you guys are on a cruise, do you do specialty dining, or do you just go with the main dining room and the buffets?
We do specialty quite a bit. We sort of try and do. What we do now is we try and do the main dining room for like the formal nights, and then we do specialty in between if we can. We try and experience them all as well.
And especially now we're doing the vlogs more so. If we're on like sea day, we'll probably get a specialty that evening. So we got something to show other people, and it makes it a treat as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I've done cruises and never gone to a specialty restaurant. So that's been one of the things that I've tried to make myself do recently, just to expand my horizons a bit, is to try the specialty restaurants.
You might not have any choice, Chile. There might not be buffets.
The buffets as we knew them are definitely going to be gone, but they're probably still going to be buffets only served.
Which one of you? Yeah. Who gets the most drunk, would you say, on a cruise?
Harsh.
I know. I just. I had a.
If you watch the seaside, it's like one day Luke's got the hangover, and the next day I've got the hangover, and then the following day
we both hungover.
Just wipe out.
Yeah.
And who's the last out of bed? Who can't get up in the mornings?
Probably me.
Yeah.
Is that because you get the most drunk? Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
But if there's a port of call which has got a really good view as you like sail in, he's then the first one.
The first one up. I have been up at like 4 or 5 in the morning before now just to see or video something.
Yeah.
So.
I'll be the one then, like, I'll see it on the way out. It's fine.
So secretly, then, who's the bigger tipper?
I don't know. We haven't actually.
We don't. The cruise lines we go on, because the tips kind of like
they're included.
No, but away from the cruise lines then. But secretly, who's the bigger tipper? Or does one of you pick up the tip that the other one leaves, thinking it's too big when you? Oh, I've got to go back to the bathroom. Excuse me a minute.
No, it's usually a case of how much money have you got on you, Gav? It's like, I've got this, so we just kind of chuck it in.
I've got a cousin that actually does that. She'll go back in the restaurant and pick up some of the extra tip that she thinks her husband left too much. So,
no, not that bad. No.
Gavin Luke, is Cinto the best specialty restaurant you've ever experienced?
Best specialty has probably been, I'm going to say Queen Elizabeth, the Veranda. We back when they used to have like a tasting menu. Yeah, I don't think they do it anymore with Cunard, but that was the best meal I've ever had.
Sindhu
is a firm favourite.
Is a Pinot specialty and is brilliant.
Yeah,
you know, we go there every time we go on a Pinot. We'll try and go to the Sindhu. On the Arcadia cruise, I think we went about 5 times.
Yeah. Because
each time it is faultless, and it's really good food.
And we like the staff as well. We find if you get on with the staff, you want to go back just to see them.
Yeah.
And it's the same on Seaside. We kept going to the wine and cocktail bar because we like the staff. We used to just talk to them all night. Yeah, it goes a long way. Yeah.
You can see that, can you? By the way,
What's
you're
that?
the drinking title holder, Luke. Yeah, and we got Andrew says, and don't forget the late night buffet. My wife is always amazed you can eat something else and have another drink. We got one more clip.
I've got to eat before I go to sleep. Otherwise, I'll be really hungover. It settles me before I go to bed.
We'll even if the buffet's closed, we'll just order room service, and it doesn't matter. It costs money. It's worth it not to have the hangover.
Mormons on the Queen Mary 2, 16th of December, 26 nights. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow. Christmas and New Year. What a wonderful cruise. Do you think it will go ahead? I'm living my fingers crossed.
I'm hoping it will.
Hopefully by then.
Hands up if you think it will go ahead. Hands up, guys, if you think that will go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, John.
Sorry.
John.
Sorry.
Humbug. Oh, humbug.
I'm thinking by the end of the year.
Oh,
I hope.
humbug.
Yeah. I'd be worried if they don't pick up by the end of the year.
I think
you're going to see casualties.
Yeah, if cruise lines aren't cruising by the end of the year, I can see there'll be less cruise lines next year.
And Emma said, I can't even pronounce that, Emma.
Epicurean.
Epicurean.
Have you
What's
tried?
that?
Yeah,
Have you tried Epicurean? Can I not think of it?
yeah. That's it's P&O's kind of.
They're upmarket. It's Eric Land.
No, it's like an experimentally kind of food and
Molecular, biological, foamy stuff, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Like I had it was like a seaweed. It looked like imagine like an ice cream cone, but it was made of seaweed, and I can't remember what was inside.
oh, whoopee.
It was all like this funny. It's funny, fancy food. It's nice.
It's just an experience, but yeah, we've not gone back since.
We tried it with they also had the Epicurean meal, which that was nice. I did enjoy that. The bit that was a bit cringy was the afternoon tea. We done that on the last day of our honeymoon, and it was a bit odd. There was like wasn't it a chocolate macaroon, but it had duck in it?
Chocolate and duck macaroons and things like that.
I mean, I like duck and I like chocolate, and I'm open to try things, but that was really odd. Yeah, it was a bit sickly. I remember coming out of that feeling quite sick. It was just so sweet, but the main meal was nice. I did enjoy that.
Okay.
I don't think we've ever had a bad meal on the cruise.
No.
Oh,
Do you guys have a lot of sushi over there?
Not really.
Not where we are. We're probably in the country, so we don't have any kind of sushi bars or anything around us. But you're not a fan of sushi.
No. I like
it,
fish, but I'm not.
I love sushi. I have to have sushi at least once a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
God invented fire for one reason:
Yeah.
to cook fish.
We're getting a few of these comments come in again. Yeah, they're quite funny.
Yeah, look at innocent
Emily,
God. See, he's saying it.
do you want to handle these, John or Chili? These comments?
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emily from New York. She says, "Hi guys."
Hi, Emily.
By the way,
Innocent abroad.
Innocent is saying Emma swears because she said WTF. That means with the family.
Yeah, with the family.
Out of that thinking with the family. Yeah.
The best meal on a cruise ship involves red meat and lots of wine. Yeah, I'm with you there, Innocent abroad. I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Emily says, "No sushi for me. No, thank you. I think we're with you there." Hang on, Emily. I do love my crab cakes. And sushi is awful.
Wow, I can't believe you guys don't eat sushi. Lord have mercy.
I think it's just cold. Because
I had to learn how to use chopsticks. At my age, to start using chopsticks was a treat. But
Do you know what that is?
No.
a pot bud.
That's half.
One sec, John. One sec. Let me do that.
That's half a cow.
What?
This is how we buy beef here. On
Half a cow.
Tuesday, I went and picked up half a cow. There's one of them is hamburger, one of them is roasts, one of them is steaks, and one of them is all the other trimmings and soup bones and everything. That's how we buy beef here. We took on the 29th of May, we went over to a farm and picked out a beautiful black Angus cow and said, "That's the one."
You traded him a pot plant for a half a cow.
Well, I'm not going to tell you how the finances went on the deal, but then he got shipped down to a place in North Dakota called the Castleton Meat Processing Company, and they welcomed him and showed him a good time that evening. And the next day he was harvested, and then he hung for 14 days. And last week we went and picked up, I got half of him.
Now, I got no problem with red meat. I mean, have you guys ever looked at me? I mean, I'm a big fat guy.
You can't
Obviously, I've had a hell of a lot of steak and taters
from
and stuff,
sushi.
but I still like my sushi. Yes, indeed.
Oh dear. I got another set of photographs, guys. Like, this is the last set. You'll be glad to know, right? I just noticed. Obviously, I noticed lots of photographs of you having a drink. Lots of photographs with you dressed to kill, as I would say, guys. Yeah. And I also saw quite a few of these photos.
Right.
Have you noticed something? Yeah. I'm wondering. Are the guys been a little bit on the paranoia side of things there, guys? Can you explain that?
It's become a tradition. It started off on Aurora. We took our first. I think that one is on now is the Aurora. Yeah. We just had a life jacket selfie. And it's just stuck with us every time we go with friends. It's like, oh, let's have a life jacket selfie. We even bring them back to one of our cabins to take the photo of that one there. We take them back to the cabins. We've always done it, but we're quite disappointed now that you don't bring life jackets to muster anymore. So even so, we still put them on in the room anyway, just to do this.
And the new ships haven't even got life jackets in the room, so we can't even do it on them ones.
That's great.
Really? Oh, wow.
Do you guys normally cruise with a bunch of friends?
A bit varied, really.
Yeah, it's about half and half. If we go on a short cruise, because we get, obviously, Southampton do loads of little short cruises, we tend to go with friends on them. But the longer cruises is just two of us.
Yeah.
And usually we become friends with somebody pretty soon in the
befriend
cruise.
people on the cruise.
Yeah. That's a great thing with a cruise. Like, usually first night you bump into a load of people and made friends straight away. It's great.
Guys, what is your favourite cruise that you've done so far?
Ooh. Cruise as a destination or as in ship?
I'm going to ask all of them. Okay, the first one, the favourite cruise that you've been on, yeah?
It's really hard to say. I really enjoyed the Dubrovnik, Croatia.
Yeah, I think that's probably it.
I did enjoy Caribbean. Oh, so hard. But then I really like the fjords and Iceland.
Favourite destination?
I'll say the Croatian cruise. So the itinerary was our favourite.
So that was Venice,
Dubrovnik, Split, Ravenna.
Yeah, but it definitely wasn't the best cruise because my suitcase went missing. So I was 2 days without a suitcase.
We were sharing
but it was still, the destination was amazing.
Yeah.
And your favourite cruise ship?
Itinerary.
Favourite cruise ship?
We always say Queen Mary 2 is our favourite ship.
Yeah.
And then favourite cruise ship would probably be Seaside.
So we always hold Queen Mary 2.
She's a league of her own.
We
can't compare it to a cruise ship. We always say Queen Mary 2 is at the top, and then Seaside is our favourite.
So the most recent cruise, Seaside then.
And my last question of this, before the guys come back in again, what would your dream cruise be?
A world cruise.
Yeah, we said we'd like to do a world cruise.
Cover it all.
We wouldn't want to do it on one ship. Probably want to do it on like 2 or 3 ships.
Each leg a different ship. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a slightly obvious answer in some ways from me. Duh. I would say the same thing. A world cruiser would be, but where would you start, and what direction would you go? Have you thought about that?
We'd probably start. I don't know why. I'm starting. I think Southampton and doing the westbound transatlantic.
You really want to do
I really do want to do westbound transatlantic. That's why I'd start.
I really want to go to Australia, New Zealand, that kind of area.
Oh, you said a world cruise. I thought you said a Wales cruise. And I was going to say, tell me what you want me to see on a Wales cruise. And then a world cruise. He said a world cruise. You're right, Chili. They do talk funny. I was wondering, wow, a cruise around Wales. That would be interesting. So I get it. Okay. Yeah.
John, that might be the future of how cruising restarts.
It may be. No, that's right. That's what I was going to say. But I had a Welsh pony once. That's as close to Wales as I've ever gotten. So no, it's a thing. It's a thing, Pete. You're laughing. you know what a Shetland pony is from the Shetland Islands. They're
Yeah.
kind of like the smallest version of a horse. And then a Welsh pony is bigger than a Shetland pony, but smaller than an Arabian or a quarter horse.
There you go.
See, I know about Wales. See?
Look at all this information you get on the Three Amigos cruise show.
This is the place. This is the place. They're not disagreeing with me. I must be right. See?
Yeah.
What about your cabins? I mean, I know Emma, when she does, she talks about always doing an inside cabin, save money. Us, John and myself, we often do the studio cabins because it makes cruising affordable. Guys, I mean, do you have any cabins that you particularly prefer, or?
We always go for an inside, basically, so we can go twice as often. And we've never had any faults with an inside. Don't get me wrong, we like a balcony, but we'd rather go.
Yeah, we've done a couple of balconies.
Yeah, we enjoy.
They're really good.
But yeah, at the moment, I think our future cruises are all balconies because of the situation we're in at the moment. We're just going to go with balconies for now. And then as soon as things die down, we'll probably go straight back to insides.
And to be fair, balconies now are cheaper.
Is that because you're worried about a potential being quarantined on the ship?
Yeah. That's my only thing now. I wouldn't want to be stuck in an inside cabin through that. At least you can open the door and look out. So.
Innocence, not a user. What are you saying?
He told me to quit smoking an hour before the show.
Oh.
Are you not reading the passage, the notes?
No, we're not.
See, he told me to quit smoking. I'm not a user.
We're talking about Wales now, but a different kind of Wales. Yeah,
Wales.
Just to get everything confused. You don't see many whales in Wales. Speaking of Wales, does anyone see Wales in Alaska?
No, Wales is in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, Emily. Emily's in New York, by the way. So you don't see many whales in New York either, I guess. Not guaranteed. There you go.
We had one of the reasons that I started doing inside cabins is because of our friend Emma. I did balconies for the first 30 years I cruised only.
Yeah.
And she talked me into it. She said, you get to do twice as many cruises for the same money.
Room enough.
Why
We're
not?
not room enough, so.
Yeah. All you need is a bed and a bathroom, and that it has.
Have you ever thought, because looking at the direction, have you ever thought, Gavin and Luke, you know how Ant and Dec are always in the same position all the time?
Yeah.
You know Ant and Dec, you know who's going to be who. Have you thought, but obviously you're not because you're, Gavin and Luke, have you thought about being in the same position all the time? I love that. I love that. Can you explain that?
I can't remember where that came. Wasn't that off the? I think it was on the iPhone. You have where you pull the faces. You can do like the unicorns and the crocodiles and all the funny little things. I was doing it with my niece. I was trying to get her to go to bed, and there was one with a unicorn. And I was talking to her saying, "You've got to go to sleep and all." And then I went on my phone. I realized you could make your own, and that's where those two came from. And I just stuck them up. It was just a bit of fun.
That's
Andrew
great.
says we always have an inside, but now how things are, a balcony is the best.
I agree.
Yeah. Interesting, isn't it? We have hi Sonny. Emily, I love Alaska. Only saw whales, tails, and orcas. And Emily,
we would, yeah.
She won't waste her dollars on whales in Alaska. No offense. Oh, Emily,
See
you
Wales.
five are not allowed to broadcast anymore. I think we're in trouble.
I've seen the most of them.
Because I've got Sherry with me.
Oh, nice.
I've got to ask, Gavin Luke, what are you drinking?
Red wine. Is it a
Merlot? I'm only having the small one now because I'm on.
We got the same kind of colour there, haven't we? I've got sherry, fortified wine, really. Chili, what are you drinking?
Bourbon as always. Bourbon and Diet Coke. I know, I'm weird.
Yeah, we know that. And John.
Water.
Is it water or is it vodka?
I was just going to say, it could be vodka or gin.
No, it's water.
I'm a vanilla guy. I really am. I'm just water.
You haven't got your bourbon with you today, then, John?
Yes, but you know the funny thing is that I got that as a Christmas gift and it was full, and now there's like one shot left in it, and I haven't had anything of it. How does that work?
It's in my glass.
Every time I do a show with you guys, it goes down a little bit. I got to figure this out.
It's just my secret. I'm stealing.
Yeah,
your
but you're
bourbon.
above me. How do I pour it up? How does that?
So, Chili, do you think Gavin and Luke are speaking funny like me?
Well, of
He
course
said
you
I
are.
speak funny all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys think we speak funny too.
So, have you got any cruises booked, guys?
We're not proper Welsh accent.
No.
We're known as Little England beyond Wales, and we live in Pembrokeshire. I don't even really speak fluent Welsh. Gavin can. I only know the odd phrase, but yeah.
Actually, my last trip over there, the only place in England I had trouble understanding people was in Wales.
The only place in England.
I did tromped around for a while trying to find Myrtle Tidville, Wales.
Yeah.
So
So, guys, I've got to ask, what's new for you? What's round the corner? What can all your fans and all your followers, all your subscribers look forward to seeing from you in the future?
Ooh, we're not sure what we're going to do with our channel at the moment because we want to keep it really strongly cruise related.
Yeah.
I like to look back through my channel and just see cruise videos. I'm not one for really doing.
Don't diversify.
I don't
too
want
much
to go
on it.
off. Yeah, we're trying to keep on target with just cruise content. But we're thinking we might put up a video of Princess Cruises. They call here on Pacific Princess. We were lucky enough to get on board about 2 years ago. And while we were on board, we picked up one of their excursions booklets. So we're thinking of going through the excursions booklet and looking at all the points of interest and going off and doing like a day out, I suppose, in Pembrokeshire, or maybe even a little series. We'll just focus in on certain points.
We get quite a few cruises come to West Wales, but they're usually Ada ships.
Yeah.
I think the very small Holland America line ones come. Seabourn,
Yeah.
Silver Sea.
Yeah, we've got the Holland America line as well. I can't remember which one that was.
So it's all the smaller ships. So
Yeah.
what we're thinking is try and keep our channel
On topic,
on topic. We just do like attractions around us, which you'd go to if you visited on the cruise, essentially.
Yeah.
But we're quite lucky that it's a hobby for us.
Yeah.
We don't need to do it to make money or anything. So if we don't have any content for the next 2 or 3 months, but we'll get something up there.
We'll put something
but
up.
we're not going to be able to do for the last 6 to 8, 9 months. We've been a video up every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've completely finished now,
Yeah.
actually. I mean, our next cruise isn't until December now. We've got Iona booked.
Yeah.
That's our next cruise. So, if they open things up before then, we're going to jump on the ship as soon as we can. But other than that, the only cruises we could really do, it's not even a cruise. We can jump on. We've got a ferry where we live that goes from here to Ireland. We could just go on that for a day if we went in sea, and or we could even go back and forth a few times, I suppose. But that's what we do that sometimes when friends come down, just for a day.
I think that's a great idea, guys. Get on the ferry and make out you're on the cruise. We should all do that.
£10-15. You can get on the ferry. You go 3-4 hours to Ireland, and then you just wait there for an hour, jump back on it, and then come back to Wales.
All the while you just drink.
Yeah.
one of the things that I'm looking at over here, and quite frankly, it's a little bit different for you guys in Europe, but I'm starting to look at some of the Caribbean land deals, resort package deals, because some of the Caribbean islands are starting to open, and some of the resorts, of course, are reopening, and they're coming out with some decent packages that possibly we in the States could get to where we can't get on a cruise ship yet.
Yeah, we're looking at. We quite like Croatia. It's our favourite place at the moment. It's absolutely beautiful. We enjoy Turkey, so we're thinking maybe doing something down that way.
Yeah.
If we have to do a land-based holiday, because I mean we can only go so long with that holiday.
I think our problem as well at the moment, we've kind of got that the Foreign Office or whatever says we we can't fly, can't travel. We in Wales, we're not even supposed to travel more than about 5 miles at the moment, so we're proper stuck at the moment.
Yeah, we're still quite locked down.
Yeah, Guy, just to explain, Wales at the moment, it's got slightly stricter rules than England as such.
Yeah.
So they can't go more than 5 miles. We can go as far as we want, as long as we don't go into Wales.
So if you had a family member that's like dying at the other end of the country, do you get a pass, or how does that work? Are you really stuck?
No, they've clarified that you can go if you're going to go and see family to look after them or help them anyway. They'll allow it. They're not too strict really anymore if you're travelling within Wales, but we've got a lot of people coming down to Wales from England, and I think the police are basically just doing the number plate recognition. If they're seeing your car's not from the local area, you're pulled over.
And how's your curve going then? Are you better than England, or how's the curve for the virus?
Yeah, we're really low. I think we're a lot better.
Yeah. They are better in England. That's just the crazy thing about it. Can you fly to Spain? Because Spain's opened up to everybody now, all of us. That's a good question, isn't it? If the airport's 5 miles away, you can fly to Spain. Is that right?
The problem we have is if we went to Spain and we had...
If only the airport's 2 hours away.
Our nearest airport is 2 hours away. But yeah, even if we did go away, if we came back, we'd have to quarantine for 14 days. And I'm going back to work now this week, so it'd be quite difficult. I'd have to take 3 weeks off for a week.
Yeah.
Well, I think give it a month. I think things will change again. Yeah. So we're just keeping an eye on it. And when something's right and we can do it, we'll pounce on it.
Well, I think that's the way a lot of us are over here too. You know, we're just kind of treading water and waiting and seeing, and when something breaks, we're going to jump. So,
well, we can't wait to see you guys back on a cruise ship. And I can't wait to see Luke staggering back to his cabin again. Yeah,
yeah, we do. We love your videos, guys. We really do.
Thanks.
So, well, that's going to about wrap us up for today. And from the three amigos, I just want to thank Luke and Gavin. It's been a great hour that we spent with you. And as we always do, cheers, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll have to do this again sometime. And to all you guys that are out there and in the interwebs, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next Sunday from London.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.